Hey guys, it's Adam, Class House Coaching. I just want to talk today about just P90X and just some of the equipment you need to do P90X. I don't know if some of you probably know my story a little bit. I was a runner, still am a runner, and I started doing P90X and really had phenomenal results. Got a lot faster, and I do get a lot of questions occasionally. Just say, what do I need to do it, and that type of thing. And it's going to break it up in a couple different ways here. And there's basic equipment that you need to do P90X, and then there's some other stuff that, you know, kind of if you want to take it maybe to the next level and a little bit more advanced stuff. So first I just want to go over the basic equipment, and this is just the basic stuff that if you want to do this in your house, like this is all you need to do it. And then we'll take a walk around my house a little bit and show you the other stuff, kind of show you where I work out and that type of thing. So basically, bottom line, you need a space to work out. In a few minutes here, I'm going to show you my space, but you need a space to work out. You need a TV with a DVD player, okay? That's number one. You got to have those two things. Number two, some shoes. I got a couple different pair here. These are some K-Swiss. They are sort of a running shoe, but it's a stability shoe. I kind of use them as a cross trainer. I use these for a while. Recently I've switched over to these. They're more of a minimalist shoe. It's New Balance Nimbus, I think is what it's called. Minimus. New Balance Minimus. So if you're going to use these, you can see there's hardly any cushion in them. In fact, there isn't any cushion in them. So if you're going to use these, I would recommend you don't do like Plyo X the first time you do them. Let's work your way up to it. You know, maybe start off with just kind of by walking around the house with them, and then gradually work your way up to where you can do. I can do pretty much any exercise in those now. I run in them occasionally as well. So that's a good pair of shoes is something you need. Next is exercise mat, yoga mat, whatever. You're going to be doing some yoga. Especially if you're working out on like a concrete floor, maybe in your basement or something like that. You're going to need a mat to do yoga on, and maybe even some of the other moves you might want to use a mat for as well. The next thing is bands, and a lot of people want to use dumbbells. And like I said before, I'm a runner, and if you're a runner and you're going to do P90X, I highly recommend going with the bands first of all. Like I said, this is the minimum equipment you need. You can go with dumbbells, and they work great, and I use dumbbells now, but I did this for 2 years, and I didn't want to go pay for a set of dumbbells, so I purchased bands. You can go on Beachbody's website and you can get these B-line bands. They got about, I don't know, I got blue, black. I mean, this black one's like a freaking garden hose. I mean, it's really tight. We got green, we got brown, we got red. I got every color you can imagine in there to do it. So you're gonna need a good, a set of bands, and you want to get some variety there because you want variety in your colors or different weights and that type of thing, so that you can move to different weights or resistances, I guess, for the different exercises. The other thing you need, and again, this is minimum equipment. This is a little deal that fits in a door. You put this thing behind the door, and then you close the door behind it. So this is behind it, and then this can kind of hold on to the band. So you flip this in there like this, put that in the door like this, and it kind of hangs down. And this is what you do for your pull-ups then, is you throw this in the door, and then you can put a lot of pressure on this thing. It's all nylon, and instead of, if you don't have a pull-up bar or a space to put a pull-up bar, this little assist here, I think I got this at Dick's for like $5 or something like that. I mean, it's super cheap. So that's one thing you need. And then really the last thing you need is some workout sheets. You can go on Beachbody's website, you can download them, just print them off. I write all my reps on there, how I felt on them. I write it usually like an up arrow if I think next time I need to use more weight, or a down arrow if I think that I want to use a few more reps and not quite as much weight. So that is your basic equipment. Like, you can do P90X with just that, a mat, some bands, a little thing to hook in your door, and then you know, some shoes and a workout space, and you're ready to go. So now I want to go over just some other advanced equipment that you may use, you know, if you want to do P90X. So just a couple things. Like I said, you don't have to have this stuff, but it's kind of nice to have. First thing I want to show here is the heart rate monitor. I have a Garmin. There's some good ones by Polar and a couple different brands, but I use a Garmin. I use a chest strap one. I like that one. I think it's the most accurate. And then a watch monitor. If you're doing Plyo X and you know, maybe some of the Kempo where you want to keep your heart rate in a different zone, it's nice to have that just to kind of know where your heart rate's at and know, you know, if you're reaching a max or whatever. And it'll also, you can calculate your calories burnt that way as well. So, you know, the heart rate monitor is nice to have. So now I'm going to show you a couple other things in my workout space that I use on a pretty regular basis when I do P90X. So I'm out here in my living room. This is my space right here. I kind of clear the chairs out. You can see, clear the table here out of the way, and this is where I work out. There's the table I just moved out of the way. And that. So I want to show you my dumbbells though. I got these Bowflex. Like I said, you don't have to have dumbbells, but they're kind of nice to have. So that's it right there. Basically, you just dial it in on either side. Like right here, I got it on 10 pounds on each side. Lift it up, and that's your weight. So I can change it to 5 this way. There, that's 5-pound weight. So it's pretty easy to switch weights. And they're not nice to have for some of the strength moves. The other thing that's really nice is get yourself a pull-up bar. I have one, fits in my doorway here. It's a Beachbody brand here. You can see it's got a ton of different hand positions. Actually, I just got this one. I was using one that I just purchased from Dick's, but I've started using this one here recently. I love it. It's got a ton of different hand positions. So that is that's the pull-up bar. Another thing you can do if you're not good at pull-ups, along with the bands, you can wrap a band around that pull-up bar and use that as your pull-up bar. So there's one more thing I wanted to show on as far as equipment goes, and that is the push-up stand. I got 2 different kinds of them here. This is the Tony Horton push-up stand. You can see it's got a real wide base. It's made in a circle. It's got great spot for your hands. They're real big and thick, and it's even got Tony Horton's signature on it. How about that, huh? And then I have these ones. These are the ones I actually started with when I first started used P90X for these little push-up stands here. Again, this is extra stuff. You can do them without, and it's no problem. The problem with these ones are when you get really wide, they're really wobbly. So that's the great thing about the Tony Horton ones, as you can see, they're extremely wide. So you're never going to wobble on those, no matter how wide you go with your push-ups. So that's the push-up stands. So basically that's it. That's the equipment you need to do P90X. Like I said, the basic stuff is really just some bands and a mat, some shoes, and space to work out. You know, you can get a little more advanced with pull-up bars and dumbbells and that type of thing, but basically that's all you need. So it's not a lot of equipment. Super fun workout. If you have any questions about doing P90X or what you need to do it, feel free to email me, info@klaushauscoaching.com. You can also check out the website, klaushauscoaching.com, for all kinds of information on P90X and running and nutrition, that type of thing. So we'll talk to you next time. Bye.